Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video as I try to go to all 18 Liga MX stadiums, and this weekend it is Club America. Yes guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to the Estadio Ciudad de los Deportes, the temporary home of Club America. Now, the reason why I want to do this video, because I actually have, spoiler alert, I have been to the stadium before, I've been there a few times, but one, I've never been there during the day. The game starts at 4 p.m, so it's a good opportunity to kind of see the stadium during the day when it's light, and it's going to be a completely different atmosphere to the other games that I've been when they're at nighttime. Also, the reason why I want to go is because, like I said, this is the temporary home of Club America. Their usual home, as most people know, is the Estadio Azteca, one of the biggest and most infamous stadiums in the world. But because the stadium is under reconstruction for the World Cup, it means that they've had to move. And actually, the whole situation is very complex because the stadium was before the home of Cruz Azul, but then they went to play at the Estadio Universitario, the home of Pumas, and now they're even going to play 2 hours away in Puebla. I don't really understand the situation. If anyone does know the situation and can explain it, let me know down in the comments. But what I want to do is I want to show you guys the atmosphere and everything to do with the game here at the Estadio Ciudad de los Deportes, and then do another video at the Azteca when they reopen it. And I want to show you guys kind of some of the differences and kind of what the overall atmosphere is like in the two stadiums. So there's not too much more to say. We're watching Club America against Necaxa, and yeah, we've got a new camera, so I'm hoping that the production levels around here are going up. I mean, usually I record these videos on this bad boy, but today we're taking it up a notch. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Let's get to the stadium. This time we're cycling. We're cycling to the stadium. It's 20 minutes away from my house. Usually I take the metro or get a taxi or something like that, but this time it's so close that I can even cycle there, which is fantastic. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get to the stadium and let's talk about what this game means for both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Estadio Ciudad de los Deportes, the temporary home of Club America, here for Club America against Necaxa. And it's a big game. It's a huge game for Club America. 3 games played so far, 2 draws, 1 defeat. They've not scored a single goal yet. And so this is a real make or break for them. This could really decide the rest of the season for Club America. For Necaxa, they're not going much better, but they do have a win. They won on their opening day against Santos Laguna. And yeah, they're doing a bit better, but 2 defeats in their most recent games means that they also need a result today as well. So who knows what's going to happen. I must say that this is probably my favourite stadium in Mexico City, not because it's the prettiest or the best or anything like that. It's just the easiest to get to. For me, it was probably 3 kilometres on a bike, so I cycled here 20 minutes. If I'm looking a bit sweaty and red, that's the reason why. We've got about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes until kickoff, and there's a lot of people here. I'm very impressed by the amount of people that are here. And to be honest, about Club America, I'm always impressed by the support they get. They are technically the biggest or one of the biggest teams here in Mexico City, so it doesn't surprise me. But all the food stations are out, all the merchandise is out. As you guys know, I do always need to buy merchandise whenever I go to the stadium. The problem is I don't have any cash today. So when they reopen the Azteca next month, I'm going to have to go to a game, obviously, to show you guys what it's like and what it looks like now ahead of the World Cup. But also, I need to buy some merchandise. So yeah, not going to be able to get any today. Let's have a little walk around, see what's going on, get a taste for the atmosphere before the game. And then yeah, we'll be getting inside that stadium, the Estadio Ciudad, I can't speak, the Estadio Ciudad de los Deportes. Come on guys, let's get into it. Yes guys, so this is the reason why Club America's game is being played early today. It's going to be a 4 o'clock kickoff. Usually they start later in the evening. Most Club America games are in the evening, but because of this stadium right here, and you can see it is right next to it. So this is where Club America are going to be playing tonight, in this afternoon in this stadium here. And right across here is where Kanye West is going to be performing. I didn't even know he was still performing at the moment. Yeah, I don't know if you can still see. You can see Ye posters around the stadium here. So they've moved the Club America game early so that people can go to the concerts and basically just so it's not just a nightmare to try and organise. But yeah, like I say, still about an hour and a half till kickoff. As I said, it's a big game. As you can see, I've got a new camera now, so we are improving the quality, hopefully. I hope you guys are enjoying the quality around here. Yeah, big game for both teams. I don't know who's going to come out on top because of Club America's recent form. I think they've had 2 weeks since their last game, so maybe that is going to help them a little bit. But for Necaxa as well, they really did have a bad apertura, so they need to improve things. Club America, I mean, the most successful team in Mexican football, having a really bad time of it at the moment. Of the last 5 tournaments, they won 3 of them. They were Tricampeones. It was a big deal for them to win it. They've won 16 Liga MX titles, but in the last 2, I mean, they got to the final of the Clausura last year, but lost to a much better Toluca side. Toluca went on to win it again in December. And for Club America, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals. And the big problem around here, everyone is talking about, is the fact that attacking going forward, they just don't have much quality. And that is the big problem. I mean, we've seen it 3 games so far, no goals. So it's a big problem on their hands. Will they be able to sort it out here against Necaxa? who knows? Who knows? Necaxa, I mean, they made a lot of changes themselves. They've sold some key players like Diba Cambindo, who went to Leon, a key striker for them. They did sign Lorenzo Faravelli from Cruz Azul, who's a good player, good attacking player. So there's a lot on display today. Obviously, Alan St. Maximin is going to be involved as well. For a lot of you who don't follow Mexican football, who probably know Premier League football, former Newcastle winger Alan St. Maximin, player here at Club America. So yeah, a lot to be unravelled. And yeah, like I say, I've got a bit of time until kick-off. I might have a bit of a walk around. I'm a little bit hungry. Don't have any cash, so I'm going to have to either go and get some cash out or go and find somewhere to eat where they accept my card. So yeah, a lot of questions to be answered for me personally and for this game. But yeah, I'll speak to you guys closer to kick-off. Okay guys, we are here inside the stadium. I don't know if you can hear me, the music is so loud. It's so loud. And the funny thing is, I've been in this stadium a few times, but I've never been here like at this time of day. It's always nighttime. So it's actually nice to see what it looks like, because I never really know what it looks like. And yeah, come on guys, I'll show you guys me. Here we are again. I always get to the stadium really early. We've got probably 40 minutes until kickoff, so we've got a while. I was a little bit worried about bringing in my camera. I didn't know if they'd have a problem with that, but we're here with all my friends as well. One thing that I want to mention, I said today that Club America, they haven't won any of their first 3 games. They've not scored a single goal. Not only that, in the last 4 meetings with Necaxa, they've not won a single game. So there's a lot of pressure mounting on Las Aguilas to win today. Who knows what's going to happen? Look, they need to win. They really need to win. And Necaxa as well. Look, they've got good form against América, but they're not in good form generally speaking. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, this view, I'll show you guys again. The view around here is looking pretty nice. It's not very full at the moment, but I've seen so many fans outside. I expect this place to be filling up very, very soon. If you guys saw my Chivas vlog, and look, sorry to all my Chivas hermanos, because you guys are going to be sad that I'm here. You guys are going to be disappointed, but I am trying to visit all the stadiums here in Mexico. If you guys went to the Chivas game or saw my vlog, you will see that like a lot of the fans, they showed up sort of during the first half, and I expect something similar here today. But yeah, I'll come back to you guys closer to the action. We've got the players warming up at the moment. But yeah, usually when I come here, sorry, my voice felt very weird. In the times that I've been here before, I usually go behind the goal over there. But if you guys have watched enough of these videos, you know that I like to sit in the middle of the pitch so I can see both sides. So we've got a good view here today. Prediction, I need to have a prediction. I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1 to Necaxa. And one thing I also need to mention very, very quickly is that with games here in Mexico City, usually the visitors don't bring many fans. But with Necaxa, one thing that I've not mentioned is Necaxa used to be based here in Mexico City. And for that reason, there's a lot of red and white shirts. There's so many Necaxa fans. And I expect the atmosphere to be it to be fantastic. I expect there to be a lot of Necaxa fans singing and shouting. But yeah, about 20 years ago, they moved to Aguascalientes. I will talk more about Necaxa and their history when I go to the stadium there. But yeah, very cool history, very cool club, and I can't wait to go to Aguascalientes. If there are any fans of Necaxa watching this video, make sure to let me know down below, because I'd love to meet you guys. Ladies and gents, before we get into the video, this is a call out to all of you Club America fans. If you follow the channel, you'll know that I was most recently at the stadium of your biggest rivals, the Estadio Ciudad, the home of Chivas. It's fair to say that the Chivas fans loved the video, so much so that it broke a record on this channel for the most amount of likes on a single video, and it had more comments than any other video that I've ever released. And look, I know that there's a big debate between which team is bigger, Club America or Chivas. So if you think that Club America is bigger than Chivas, firstly, you need to make sure you hit that like button, and also you need to tell me down in the comment section below. And then it's only at that point that we could have a real debate. Which team is bigger, Club America or Chivas? Anyway, let's get back to the video. Yes guys, the players are now entering the pitch. Here they come. Club America, Necaxa. Who's going to win this one? I'm not too sure. The players are now entering the pitch. I'm still trying to figure out this camera. Hopefully by next week when we go to our next stadium, I'll have learned how to use it. It's a very new camera, if you can't tell. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. We can now see everything. Guys, we've got our first big chance of the game. Is a free kick right outside the box. Very central for Club America. It's a perfect position just to put it over the wall and into that top corner. I'd imagine number 7, Brian Rodriguez, is going to take this. I'm not too sure though. They've got a few people lined up behind it. No, that's got to be a right. That's calling a right footer. Surely it is going to be off the bar. Oh, so nearly 1-0 to Club America off the bar, but good chance from Rodriguez. Halfway through the first half, and it's been a bit of a nothing start to this, really. Both teams have tried, they're giving it something, but I mean, America's wait for a goal in 2026 continues. Necaxa just came kind of close from good play down the left-hand side, but didn't really lead to anything, and that kind of tells the story of this first half. Will we see a goal in the first half? I hope so. I'd like to see some goals. I'm sure all these America fans would like to see some goals too, but yeah, we're still waiting. 1-0 America, the first goal of 2026, and it is a screamer. It is a screamer. This place has come to life. This place has come to life. 1-0 America. I'm not sure who actually scored. I wasn't even thinking about recording or anything in that moment. Oh, it's Brian Rodriguez. To be honest, he's been America's best player. He hit the bar not long ago. He's probably about 25 yards out. He hasn't got many options and has decided to just put his foot through it, and he's a screamer. Since the goal, America have been in complete control. I don't think they've lost the ball at all. There's a few shouts for Kevin Alvarez. You guys will have to tell me in the comments, is he an ex-Necaxa player? If he is, that would explain the boos. Otherwise, I'm not too sure why they're booing. I'd imagine he's an ex-Necaxa player, but other than that, I'm not 100% sure. America are just passing the ball around here. They're just making it look like a training session at this point. Got back to Malagon, and yeah, they're just teasing Necaxa, just trying to tire him out, just to try and get another easy look for a second goal. Necaxa have won the ball here. Nothing said. Oh, good pass. Easy defending. Terrible touch from Necaxa, but since the goal, America looking complete control. It's a good touch. It's head-to-head stuff. We're still going here. Still recording one take. Brian Rodriguez, he got the first goal. Plays it to the middle. 2-0! Goal! No! No! 2-0. 2-0 America. You saw the move. It was a good move. It's been coming. Probably about 2 minutes in between the two goals. It's 2-0 America. Ladies and gents, we're out for the second half. I didn't show you really much of the halftime show. Are we going to have a goal straight away? No, not straight away. Didn't show you much of the halftime show because it was basically just a karaoke. Really popular cumbia banda songs coming on, everyone singing, and to be honest, the atmosphere was really good for it. But very little effort from Club America to put on a serious halftime show. If you saw my vlogs at Santos Laguna and Chivas in particular, you'll remember that those halftime shows were spectacular. They were incredible, to be honest. He's surely offside. Oh, the foul. Yeah, those halftime shows were spectacular. I can't remember the one at Tigres. I'll have to go back and look at the vlog. But yeah, America let themselves down. I can only imagine that the Azteca will be much better. But anyway, we're out here for the second half. I mean, the big question is, will Necaxa get a goal? Will they try and mount some kind of comeback? Oh, we've got the beers going on. Go on, fella. Oh no, it's over for him. Yeah, no, we'll have to see if there's going to be some kind of comeback from Necaxa. My 2-1 prediction for Necaxa, completely out the window. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I would like to see some kind of comeback, just because it'll make an interesting game. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Chances coming once again for Club America. Honestly, at this point, they are heavily knocking on the door. It could be 3, it could be 4-0. Necaxa need to be careful, because if they're not, this could be quite a scary result. I mean, I kind of wanted to see more from Necaxa, especially in the second half. But it was another good chance that's just gone over the bar from Club America. At this point, I think it's going to start. I think they're going to, not only are they going to win, are they going to get their first goal of the season, but I think they're going to keep a clean sheet too. We're halfway through the second half, and to be honest, the whole game's been played, and honestly, I could have just recorded. I left my phone in this direction the whole second half, and I don't think you would have missed anything. It's been all America. It's, at least in the first half, Necaxa were able to keep the ball. They were able to create chances. Oh my God. Yeah, as I was saying, every time I go to record, I get interrupted by the America shouts on the tannoy. But yeah, no, Necaxa have just given nothing in the second half. It's a real shame, because the first half, it was relatively tight, it was close, they gave it a good shot, but it looks like in the second half they're just nervous. Maybe it's the fear of conceding a third. I mean, America have come knocking. They've not really created anything too serious, but they've come knocking. They've had some serious chances to some extent. They've created some chances here and there, but they've not really been able to test the goalkeeper that much in the second half, but they don't need to. They're 2-0 up, on course for their first 3 points of the season, got their first goals of the 2026 as well, so I mean, there's not much more they can ask for at this point. They're getting close to the goal. Oh, he's offside, he's offside! Oh no, he's gone to pass it! You muppet! You absolute muppet, he's gone to pass it, but they've still got the ball here. I think he was offside. I think he was offside, but they're going to continue with this. Yeah, I think he was offside. I don't know how that's gone, but we've got ball in the box. He's jumped early. He's jumped way too early. We're going to keep with this here. Good ball in the box. Henry Martin! Off the bar! Oh, it's off the bar from Henry Martin. A lovely acrobatic piece of move. Oh, he's so close to making it 3. That's the best chance of the half. Honestly, I've timed this very well. That was the best chance of the half. Henry Martin, come on, to big cheers. He came on about 10 minutes ago. Oh, he's so close to making it 3-0. Pretty much full time here. America 2, Necaxa 0. A disappointing second half, really. I mean, there was a few good chances for America. They hit the bar, tested the goalkeeper a few times, but 2-0. First win of the season, first win of 2026 for Club America. First goals as well. And they've ended their kind of curse with Necaxa. Ended a 4-game run without a win against Necaxa. Now they're finally in the green column against Necaxa, so a fantastic result for them. Couldn't really ask for much more. Man of the match, in my opinion, has to be the man who got a goal and assist, Brian Rodriguez. Second half, he was a little bit quiet, but he did everything he needed to do in the first half. Like I say, disappointed by Necaxa, just did not do enough. Anyway, join me back in my apartment as I share with you guys my full review of this experience here at the Estadio Ciudad de los Deportes. Guys, we are back home after the Club America Necaxa game. It's actually the day after. If you guys have watched these videos before, you know that I tend to do these reviews after, or like the day after the game. Usually I'm tired after the game and I like to kind of think about it. So when I give my review of the stadium and everything, I can give a proper review. So first and foremost, we start with the atmosphere. So the atmosphere, it was okay. I mean, the ultras are always good. It wasn't a sellout stadium. And maybe just the area I was sat in as well. It wasn't very loud and there wasn't much connection between the fans and the players like how there have been in other stadiums. So for those reasons, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. There were some good parts. There were some parts that I wasn't so interested in. So I think 7 out of 10 is a fair score. But I best believe that when they go back to the Azteca, it's going to be much higher than a 7 out of 10. I know that for a fact. I've been there before to watch America, and I understand. I understand that it's difficult when you're not playing in your normal stadium. It's an early kickoff. They're playing, against Necaxa. They're not playing well themselves. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Moving on to the people. I met some nice people. They were very interested in the channel. If you're watching this video, shout out. They were asking me a little bit about the UK, and it's really nice actually that I've noticed this a lot when I've been recording. A lot of people take interest because one, I'm recording the games, I'm speaking in English. It attracts a lot of interest, and it's really nice the conversations that I'm having as a result of it and meeting some lovely people. So for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, really, really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. For the food, okay, I need to be honest with you guys, and you guys can slander me as much as you want in the messages in the chat below because I did have a McDonald's. As you guys know, I didn't have any cash, so I couldn't really buy any food around the stadium, and the nearest place really was a McDonald's. So for that reason, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Because I mean, McDonald's, you can't go wrong with a McDonald's, but it wasn't, the authentic kind of, traditional foods that, if you saw the Atlas video, it doesn't compare. So a 5 out of 10, but it's kind of my fault. And then lastly, the quality of the game. The problem with the quality of the game is that I thought the first half was good because both teams were actually competing. Both teams were in it. One thing that I did not actually mention in the game is Necaxa had a red card. So that whole second half where I was saying Necaxa were really bad, they weren't really trying to win the ball, there was no pressure, they had a red card. I saw the tackle that resulted to a red card and I just didn't even see the red card come out of the referee's pocket. So everything that I kind of said in that second half can be kind of reconsidered a little bit. But I thought America, they had some good moments, especially like second half, they hit the bar twice, they tested the goalkeeper a few times, but it just wasn't intense. I feel like that first half, both teams were kind of going for it. Both teams were competing. It was very 50-50, but as soon as America scored, the game just changed. Necaxa just looked deflated. They didn't have that same energy that they had before the goal. And then obviously the red card that I didn't know about. I don't know how I didn't know about that. But the red card, yeah, that killed the game completely. So the quality of the game is going to be quite low, honestly. It'll probably be out of 6. I don't think it was very high. But the one thing I will say is that considering Necaxa had 10 men, they were very slow. America were able to create a lot of good chances. The fact that it ended 2-0 isn't a great message for America. But the one player who was fantastic in this game was Brian Rodriguez, a goal and assist for him. I did also like Christian Broja, the left back. I thought he was really good in this game as well. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give this experience a solid 7 out of 10. I think all things considered, there's some things that were my fault, like the food. and also the fact that it's not in the Azteca, and I can't wait to do that video in the Azteca because it is going to be fantastic. But yeah, that's everything for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because we've got some fantastic games to go to here in February. So yeah, with all that being said, guys, see you in the next video. Peace out.